Hi. Well, I gave up on the Super Bowl about 8 o'clock. Both on the game and the commercials. It just wasn't worth watching for either of them. Snacks were good. But anyway, I'm back down here in the basement. Over my regular playlist, you should see an uploaded video shot with my much better resolution smartphone, almost a phablet. Because I just decided to finish off that second palette and start a third. I have 3 palettes left. 2 of them are semi-filled, as you see in the video, of boxes I'm going to keep doing. And then the last is a big pile of comics and graphic novels, mostly diamond boxes. About half of that will be done, might be done on here because it's graphic novels. The rest are comics. I probably won't do any videos based on those. So if you guys are trying to watch all the boxes, they won't all be published. But let's just start in on this one. I got some graphic novels on one side with some big oversized stuff on the other, so I'll start with that. For example, we have Fab-O-Rama, the story of Maurice Pierce, Planet Earth's greatest city side of amusement park, Cape May, New Jersey. And yeah, I guess nice big picture book, $20, affordable. The 6th book, this is Exit Zero Publishing. It's the 6th book they published. And it's Maurice Pierce. Never heard of it. But then, New Jersey. Next, we have Lost and Found by Sean Tan, Oscar winner. I think one of these. This is, I think this whole thing was animated. I think he got an Oscar. If not, he won it for something else. I want to say best known, but originally known for The Arrival, which is a great silent graphic novel. Speaking of graphic novels that are kids' books, here we have David Wiesner's Flotsam. And yes, that is the Caldecott medal. So for the year, and also Best Illustrated Children's Book Awards from New York Times Book Reviews. But again, classic David Wiesner, silent. I guess it's comics. Some of those panels are, splash pages, but it's comics. Nothing special about the cover there. There's some embossing on that. So next we have Gonna Roll the Bones, David Wiesner, adapted and restored by Fritz Lieber. What? So I didn't even know this. Gonna Roll the Bones, Fritz Lieber, noted fantasy. This is very unusual for David Wiesner. Usually there's Texan stories. But again, he's adapting the story, so wow. This has a sticker on it. Maybe the price change was a mistake with the barcode, but if you're interested, we're curious. Here we have another copy. These are more copies that I had previously. Metro, of course, reprinted these. These were bargain editions of the original. So the Big Book of Weirdos. I grabbed extras because, hey, they're just good books. Big Book of Grimm. And then we have a wonderful textbook, still sealed. I've mentioned this in other videos, but Creepy and Eerie are really, if you want to know how to tell a story in comics, just read one of these. Great artists, great writers. This is Creepy Volume 7, numbers 33 through 36. All anthologies. A lot of great writers. Oh, here's one that's unsealed. So here's Eerie, Volume 4, numbers 16 through 22. Let's see if they have a full contents here. I'm just going to go in the middle here and let's see. Wow, that's unusual. So here we go. Oh, there's no credits in here. But each story does have credits. Ernie Colon, Bill Parente, Thomas Sutton, Ambrose Bierce, Frank Bowl, The Death of Helen Fraser, a vampire. I want to say it was a pseudonym of Archie Goodwin. But these $50, they're really nice. Next is a paperback of, oh, I can't even read the, what does it say here? Paul Pope. Oh, okay. Paul Pope, The Art of Paul Pope. That explains why. Oops, that's kind of naughty. Example. Very calligraphic style. I was just talking to my niece about this. She's into mythology. Olympians, Hera, the goddess, in her glory. This is the hardcover edition. And we have Indian Lover, Sam Houston, The Cherokee by Jack Jackson. One of the pioneers, founding fathers of the underground comics movement of the late 60s. Also a noted, lauded historian. So his history comics are quite great. Here's Erie Volume 8, 37 to 41. Erie Volume 5, 28 to 27. And I'll just give you, let me just flip through this to get to the best part. And again, these were always, these stories were all done in black and white. It was a black and white magazine on the newsstands. So, exact price. Oh, a nice little retro. Finding Frank and His Friends, produced and published work by Clarence Otis Dooley. This is meta. This is inspired by. This is from Curio and Company. Check their website. But they do retro, retro comics and things. They're sort of found. They don't exist, but they evoke the period. Here is a hardcover book, no dust jacket, and that's because it is an illustrated Ellison by Baronet Books. Baronet. Oh, it's. I think that was supposed to be something glued on there. Looks like it looks like it's. But it doesn't matter because inside we have the tipped in plate, and this is number 2165 of 3000. This is the illustrator Harlan Ellison. Collaboration with Steranko, Ralph Reese, Thomas Sutton, William McCullough, Leo and Diane Dillon, Overton Lloyd, William Stout, Alfredo Alcala, Steelen Olive. William Price was the editor. Baronet Publishing Company was a publisher. Baronet, I believe, was also the ones responsible for a contract with God. Now, I'm going to see. Yes. Here, Steranko in the 3D is Repent Harlequins on a TikTok Man, illustrated in 3D. Just, I forget what that's actually called. Shuttered Like a Glass Goblin, which is William Stout artwork. So, nice good collection. I don't know if anyone, I imagine he owns the rights, him and I guess the artist own the rights to his comics work. But no one said well, first of all, Dark Horse has never collected the Dream Corridor series he did, which was comics creators adapting his short stories. But that's the easy, low-hanging fruit. But there's A to Z and the Chocolate Alphabet, which was a underground comic. You have Vic in Blood, which is a graphic novel from the mid-'80s. You have his Demon with a Glass Hand that he did for DC science fiction albums. wonder how difficult it would be to collect those. Here we have Mr. Mendoza's paintbrush, Luis Alberto Heredia. Again, comics. Cinco Punto Press here. And then we have at the bottom of this box on this pile, George Perez Storyteller. Dynamic Forces, $30. I don't think it's a limited edition or signed or anything like that. Nope, it's your normal everyday hardcover overview. Overview of the over, something like that. So halfway down. On the side here, we have 1602. Neil Gaiman wrote this so he could sue, so he could get money, so he could sue Todd McFarlane to get the rights to Miracle Man back. As you may recall, Miracle Man, originally Marvel Man. Okay, let's go way back. Captain Marvel, right? Captain Marvel comics being published. They get shipped to the UK as part of Ballast, the unsold comics, right? Just newsprint. That's what I had to wait. Those comics that get sold in the UK. Right? Right. Okay. Captain Marvel's popular. DC says, hey, wait a moment. We're going to sue you because we say Captain Marvel, Shazam, is a knockoff of Superman. Which it isn't. A whole bunch of them, but they win. Fawcett tosses in the towel and said, okay, fine, we're not going to print any more Shazam comics, Captain Marvel comics. Still popular in Britain. So Britain says, hey, let's do a knockoff that's similar. So they create Marvel Man. Secret word, Komodo, which is atomic spelled backwards. Turns into Marvel Man. This is posted 50s and 60s. Disappears. Alan Moore grew up with it, said, hey, I think this is in the public domain. I'm going to relaunch this character. He does. Popping it off at Eclipse publishes it in the US. Owned by Alan Moore and the various artists. Alan Moore gets tired of it after 3 volumes, 3 story arcs. He hands it off to Neil Gaiman, who takes it up. Eventually, Eclipse goes bankrupt, which puts it in limbo. Neil Gaiman has a script that's never been published from that. It goes to auction. Todd McFarlane steps in and buys Eclipse's assets, whatever, and owns and has the Eclipse's third of ownership of that. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Todd McFarlane, when he starts Spawn, says, okay, I know I'm not a great writer, so I'm going to have these other writers write an issue for me. So Alan Moore, Dave Sim, Neil Gaiman each write issue. Neil Gaiman creates this new character called Angela. With the idea that, and then supposedly he makes a deal with Todd McFarlane and says, hey, I'll give you the rights to Angela, you give me the rights to Marvel Man, Miracle Man. Doesn't happen, goes to court. Neil Gaiman needs money to pay lawyers, so he does the series 1602, which is Marvel, the universe set in year 1602 in Britain, right? The court case gets settled. Neil Gaiman wins. Marvel then says, hey, let's reprint this as Marvel Man because, hey, you know, we don't care now. We don't think you're trying to ruin one of our trademarks. Turns out Marvel Man is not in the public domain. The guy who created it in the UK, still alive, says, hey, no, this is still under copyright. And so Marvel Comics goes over, meets him, sign a deal. They reprint some of the old comics, which don't sell. You can get them really cheap, easily in most comic shops. They have them. But Marvel then also reprints all those single issues that had been done by Eclipse 30 years ago. And now those storylines that Neil Gaiman had created I don't know what's up with that. If they ever finish that, he had the Golden Age, he's going to do Silver Age, and then I think the Dark Age. But anyway, Marvel has collected all those 4 volumes because it's, easy money. That's Alan Moore doing Shazam, and Neil Gaiman doing Shazam, and a lot of good stories. But anyway, that's how this came about. And then he also did Elementals for Marvel, and since then he's doing movies and other books. American Gods, that's him. Okay, in the middle here, we have some extra space between those 2 stacks. So I have Judge Dredd, The Complete Case Files #1, again, similar to the Marvel Essentials. Although almost, I think it would say all of these, printed black and white, 2000 AD. This is a $20 book. And I don't know how many stories are in here. Since I don't even think there's a table of contents. But good fun stuff. Who knows how many volumes are up to now. We have Wishful Stinky, numero uno, $3 by Brian Smith. This is a I don't know where this came from. There's an example of his artwork. Cartoony. We have Great Stories of Courage, Bank Street graphic novels called The Wild Rib Edge of Courage and Treasure Island. Three comics, 3 great stories. This World Almanac Library. Remember those from the previous video? I don't know where they got these from. 1994, 1998. Oh, these were done for Boys Life. Which explains why they're so thin. Seymour Wright, adapted. Ernie Colon, who is best known for his 9/11, the graphic novel version of the 9/11 report. And, Boys Life magazine. So, Boys Life had a lot of comics. I'm surprised some of that stuff hasn't been collected. Like they did they adapted the Tripod trilogy, Mike Mountains and City of Golden Lead. Here we have Connecticut Yankee, King Arthur's Court, Around the World in 80 Days, and The Prisoner of Zenda. And again, yes, late 90s. Around the World in 80 Days, though, was done by 2007. Main Street College of Education. 99. Yeah. So 99. And here we have King Arthur, Don Quixote, and Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. 93. So in the 90s, they were doing these illustrations, good artwork. And here we have an arc, Matt Kent's Revolver, Vertigo Crime. That's the middle now. The other side is all graphic novels. We have Age of Bronze, 1,000 Ships, Eric Schanauer, The Legend, The Story of Troy, Without the Gods. I guess a humanistic. Image Comics are. Hopefully he's doing more of those. I don't know. Here we have Ex Machina Volume 1, which I think is going to be a TV series. The person has the ability to communicate with machines, electronics, and he is a hero of 9/11, becomes mayor of New York City. All right? Superhero becomes a mayor. Here we have the Best of Spider-Man Volume 5, which is not the Best of Spider-Man, it's just the JMS issues. This is 515 to number 524. And of course, these hardcovers are a collection of 2 trade paperbacks. So, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5, 9, Skin Deep, and Amazing Spider-Man Volume 10, New Avengers, are collected in here. And again, this is, I believe, no, thought it might be. This is Straczynski with Mike Deodato Jr. Yeah. Good run until we mess it all up in that magic thing. Here we have Still Mints, Godland Celestial Edition 2 from Image. showcasing. This is a $35 edition. We have Marvel Zombies 5. Parental advisory, of course. And this is not, this is Fred Van Lente, not Kirkman. I don't know if they've done a big omnibus of the Marvel Zombies. They probably should if they haven't. Omnibus of Spider-Man Volume 4, still sealed. Powers, Volume 2. This is one of those first comics, superhero, especially superhero comics, to get a TV deal, but it was on Sony, so it was like nobody ever saw it because you can only get it on the Sony Pay Station. Remember those little handheld ones? That's how you watched it. I don't know if it's. I guess Sony still owns the rights somewhere, but it just came and went. It was like, oh wow, finally, this great superheroes comic is being adapted to television. Nobody was shocked. Preacher was kind of the same way. That was much later. This is Volume 3, definitive hardcover collection. So numbers issues 25 through 37. Great series, by the way. It was like, what's it like being a beat cop in Metropolis kind of thing. Batman and Robin, a deluxe edition. Batman Reborn, Morrison and Quitely. Very good. And again, New 52, what DC should have done is said, okay, we've got our previous post-crisis stuff. These titles are working. Green Lantern, Batman, those are working. We're going to keep doing them. We'll set them in that universe. And then we'll just, everybody else just pitch stories and put them in their own little pocket universes. So you could have that Wonder Woman by Chang and I get his name wrong. I know I get it wrong. Or you have Grant Morrison doing Superman. Put that in its own little pocket universe. And just let people pitch stuff. And if it works, keep it going. If it doesn't, put it off the side and do something else. But they should have. But the problem was is that they had stuff that was working in the cosmic, the post-crisis universe that was working, like Batman. But they had to say, okay, it's got to be in the New 52. We got to work that in. So it was this mishmash, and it was just didn't work. As we saw, which is unfortunate because there was some good stuff. Batman and Robin, Batman Incorporated, I liked. But yeah, but they wanted that shared universe for some reason, which is stupid because DC's corporate DNA has a big chunk of that imaginary story, Elseworlds, alternate universe storytelling. That they could have said, yeah, okay, sure, we'll have a Kingdom Come over here. We'll have a Dark Knight Returns over here. We'll have Red Sun. We'll have All-Star Superman over here. We'll have Court of Owls over here. We'll have, androgynous Wonder Woman over here. And everybody gets to do their own thing. We'll have Sandman over here. We'll have... And that becomes, if it's great, it becomes strong backlist. And as you see, just by looking at the bookshelves right now, very little of the New 52 became backlist. Batman stuff did. And that's because it's serialized comics. It is soap opera for guys. And nobody watches like soap operas. No one watches old episodes of General Hospital from 5 years ago. No one's going to read superhero comics from 5 years ago. Okay? No, you're reading Watchmen. You're reading Killing Joke. You're reading Dark Knight Returns, Red Sun, All-Star Superman, stuff that's self-contained, Kingdom Come, that's going to sell for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And every 10 years, you can come out with another anniversary edition. So anyway, end rant. They never asked me, and that's their problem. Avengers Disassembled, which is Bendis and Finch. Means there's a lot of talking here. Sorry, Bendis, I don't know why you do it, but God, just one panel. Look at all that. Talk. Anyway, but he's a decent writer. Then we have Volume 1 of Daredevil, Man Without Fear by Smith, Quesada, and Mack. Wow, what a team up. With a full quote by Ben Affleck on the back. And then also from Marvel Max, The Punisher, Garth Ennis. This is Volume 2 containing issues 13 through 24. I don't know if you're going to be seeing that character for which one. I think he's going to get retired, and then maybe Marvel will bring him back once things return to normal. Then here we have Elektra and Wolverine, The Redeemer, Greg Rucka, Yoshitaka Amano. I actually read halfway through this. Oh, this is a prose novel, illustrated prose. Oh well, still. And to show you just how big that box is, this will be the bottom layer of the next palette. These are at Barnes & Noble, 19 by 12 by 10. So it's 10 inches tall, I think, yeah. So anyway, so that begins palette number 3. As I said, take a look at the interlude video I just posted about an hour ago. That will show you where all these boxes are going. So, once again, thank you. Hope you'll see me soon. Subscribe, comment, share. Tell your friends. If you see anything you like, post comments in the comments below. Maybe I'll see them. I don't think anybody's talking. So you got my undivided attention if you post down there. Anyway, so hope you'll see me soon. Bye for now.